Hello and welcome to the video for Section 2 of the SCPS Course Design Rubric. I'm Hope Kelly and I'm part of the Instructional Design and Technology team. During this video, we will be looking at the 4 objectives within the Learning Activities and Assessment section of the rubric. Our first objective examines how learning activities support student learning outcomes, and this is often referred to as alignment. We want what the students do to line up with our stated learning outcomes. Whenever I want to investigate alignment, the best place to start is looking at the student learning outcomes outlined on the syllabus or in weekly objectives, like those shown here. Looking at the objectives or stated goals allows us to see if those goals are being met when it comes to examining assigned readings, assignments, and so on. Let's take a look at the first objective from this weekly module as our example. It states that students will develop a definition for e-learning. Now, I look to the readings assigned and note that the assigned chapters cover what e-learning is, and this will help students formulate their own definitions. Next, I move on to the multimedia presentation posted that examines how people learn online, which further explores ideas on what e-learning is. And finally, I see that there is a discussion prompt where students are asked, what is online learning in your context? As you explore this objective, another less granular approach to evaluating this is to look at the student learning outcomes or goals found in the syllabus and compare that to the work completed in the assignments. Often, this is the best approach when instructors do not explicitly have topical or weekly objectives. Our next objective digs deeper into the content and skill part of the equation for learning activities. Are the things we're asking our students to do contributing to building fundamental concepts associated with the course's topics? And are the skills being developed useful in other contexts? When looking for evidence of this, I look almost exclusively at assignments, tests, and quizzes. This assignment requires a critical analysis of an example educational product. I can see evidence that the foundational concepts being taught, in this case, the principles of multimedia learning theory and contiguity in audiovisual design, are being addressed by making them part of the evaluation process. The skill of developing a detailed analysis for a product is also a highly transferable skill. So I would assess this assignment in conjunction with similar assignments and quizzes highly for Objective 2.2. Objective 2.3 looks at how work is evaluated and the clarity with which that is presented to students. The goal here is not only that we want well-developed assessment methods, we want to make that information available to our students so they have a clear idea of how they're being evaluated. This is very important for our adult learners who perform with more confidence when there are clearly defined expectations and see structures in place that keep things fair. The best way to dig into this is look at instructions and rubrics. Look at the instructions provided for how students are assessed for participation in in-class meetings or discussion board forums. Look at instructions for assignments, especially high-stakes assignments, and examine rubrics associated with all of those things if they are present. The rubric shown here provides a comprehensive breakdown of how a final assignment will be assessed with point values. While this is an excellent tool for grading, it is equally important information for the students doing the work. Keep in mind, the absence of rubrics is not necessarily going to lower the score for Objective 2.3, as long as the instructions for assignments are adequately detailed to give students a very clear picture of how they are being assessed. Our last objective in Section 2 looks for opportunities for students to reflect on their learning and connect their goals with the course goals. This is often the component of our work that makes things stick by connecting the new knowledge or skills with the individual's experiences and feelings. Reflection is often conducted in the discussion forums of online courses, with opportunities to take the content of the week and describe how it fits in with an individual's understanding, work context, or experiences. Additionally, you may find this type of reflection built into assignments. We see as the final criterion in this assignment the development of a summary statement that will have the student describe their project holistically and also asks them to describe a feature that they are most proud of for their project. As you assess this objective, look out for activities where students have the opportunity to remark on their progress and connect their classwork to their lives. Thank you for your time, and if you have any questions, please reach out to our Instructional Design and Technology team.